extra bin.
Oh, you can tell because Aimee's holding it not very steady.
And we are on our way to the Firth Tower Museum in Matamata. We're about 11 minutes away, and we've been driving for about, well, I've been driving for about 2 hours. It's been about an hour from Aimee's place. What do we know about tonight? Not a lot really.
Got lots of buildings.
We've got 13 buildings to investigate, but it seems as though it's a bit of a historic museum that we'll be going and having a look at all the different buildings, and I guess we'll have to pick and choose because we don't have it all night. We'll be heading back the same night as well. Yep.
See ya.
Firth Tower Museum. There is 13 historic buildings here. The oldest one on site is the Firth Tower Museum. It was built in 1881 and 2 by a gentleman named Firth. And there is 3 stories, the lookout, and then the basement underneath. And I've heard of stories, and they are true stories, of a tunnel that went underneath the ground, under the basement of the tower, and up into the old homestead that was the original one for the farm manager who worked here and was running the 56,000 acres of land back in the 1800s. And then in 1902 this one was built in place of that one that burnt down, so this is original again. And halfway down on the right hand side we'll see a original floor plan of the homestead, and there was a servants quarters in part of the homestead there. So it's all been changed back to what it should look like traditionally, and there's been some new additions to the kitchen area as well. And then we've got over here, we've got the little chapel. So that was the Methodist chapel down on Broadway. Next to that there's the Okarori post office. Next to that, that's the Gordon School, and that's been used as a school and relocated 3 times. And then behind that, that little green building in the far side there, that's a jail. So that was over in Kraniahiki Gorge. And next to that there's a little settlers cottage that was behind the butcher's shop down in Waharoa. Next to that is the barn, so that was purposely built here on site to house different displays. And at the moment there's a war display, so everything related to war memorabilia, those that went to the war from this area is all recorded in there. And I can't think how many wars were represented, but anyway, there's all that documentation in there. Then we've got the Firth shed, so that was built again for housing the different displays. That one's under renovation at the moment. it's got all sorts of memorabilia around the sawmill and horse and gig, bulldozer, all sorts of tools. And behind that there's 3 buildings related to farming, like wool shed, dairy shed, and the farming machinery. So that's basically your site here.
So what was on the land before this was moved here?
This was a swamp. It was a swampland, and it was owned by the Ngāti Hauia tribe. And back in 1830, that's when the settlers started coming into the area. And this was quite a thoroughfare from Auckland to Rotorua for mercantile, merchants, that type of thing. So they would travel through here a lot. It was said that there was a Mr. Kilbride, who was one of the land ballot owners. He lived down in the corner of Mangawhero Road and Kilbride Road. That was his block in there. And it was said that he was expected home but didn't turn up when he was supposed to, and his wife went looking for him and came out here, and just on this curve where the road is, it's the same gradient of the road back then, and she found him dead under his horse and carriage out here.
So what's the connection to Wiramu Tamihana?
Wiramu Tamihana was the chief of the Ngāti Hauia tribe at that time. So there is quite a few historical recordings of the relationship between Wiramu Tamihana and Josiah Firth. And it was said that Josiah Firth gained the lease and the ownership of the land. And there's a bit of contention around tribal understanding of ownership of land, how they're stewards of the land, but when the Europeans came in, it was obviously a very different story, and so there has been quite a lot of tension between the iwi. There's 4 iwi that are around this area, and Wiramu Tamihana died about 100 metres down the road. There's 2 locations. We can't specify exactly where he died, but around about 100 metres down the road here. And Josiah Firth built the monument in memory of him, and it's just been relocated up here so that it wasn't going to be vandalled any more than it had done. So yeah, that stands in memory of him. It turned into a museum in 1976. It was a few years while the Historical Society were collecting all of the artefacts from Matamata and from those that used the items in the Matamata area. So yeah, I think the official year of opening the museum was 1976. And this is one of the largest farming museums in New Zealand, and it's one of the largest collections in the area too. Yeah, when I'm walking in between the farming sheds and come through the grand gate beside the barn, I always feel like someone is watching me when I'm about the 2nd floor. Yeah. And then it's as though it moves up to the very top, and just while I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting. This feels like Massey House.
Does a bit, yeah. It's nice and cool in here. Nope, there she is.
It's the G's and P's there. Yeah, 8. So I've got another. Oh, there's another 5 to do. Probably.
This place is massive. It keeps on going.
This down here is the yeah. So I'm just doing.
Well, that's not the original well?
Yeah,
It is?
yeah.
Oh.
Water way down the bottom there. Yeah. And there's a grill over the top of it now.
And you're saying about tunnels before?
Yeah.
Is there some sort of entrance or some sort of sign that there was tunnels there? Or?
Yeah, so this homestead was built after the first one burnt down, so I don't think the tunnel came up through this building. It was the other house.
Right.
And so down in the bottom floor of the tower, so down in the basement, you can see that there's been new concrete laid a while ago. So that gives the idea of that. Plus the man that, so I had a customer come in and he said, he just started talking away and he says, oh yeah, you know, my family came from here, they used to live in this homestead, and he said, you do know that there was a tunnel? And I says, no, surely, I can't see any remnants of a tunnel. And he says, yeah, absolutely. You know how the stories travel down in the family. And so he started talking away and he says, yeah, no, there definitely is, and I was going to prove him wrong. And so we went down the basement here and we were trying to see if we could see anything. And the original homestead was actually attached to the tower.
So you can see
You
it.
can see
Yeah.
that there's a little bit of
Oh yeah, I'm fine.
sort of like impressions or whatever.
Yeah, just into the concrete.
That needs something to hold that.
Oh.
Yeah, it is.
So you can see that there's been concrete that's been resurfaced.
This is fresh. This is.
Yeah. So the tunnel would have gone, because we're now at ground level there, so the tunnel would have gone down and under and up into the homestead. And when the fire hit the house and the a nurse aide was stoking up the fire, and it was green tea tree wood, and so the sparks just flicked out everywhere onto the carpet, went up into the scrum, into the walls, and burnt the whole house down. But the fire actually came through to the tower and gutted the whole tower out too. So all of this framing and all the floors weren't there. It was just these metal rungs where the steps used to be, or the ladder up around in the tower. And so yeah, I'm wondering if at that time they filled in the tunnel, because that might have been the backdraft, you know, of the fire.
Yeah.
So, and then they might have laid new concrete or something like that.
I know that this is one of the first reinforced concrete structures in New Zealand.
It is.
And it's got a twin up in Auckland, doesn't it?
Clifton
Yes.
House?
Yes.
Yeah, Clifton House on Mount Eden.
Yeah.
In Mount Eden on Castle Road. Yeah. That's where Josiah and his wife Anne and their 12 children lived. So he built that homestead up there. They had a 16-acre block. So they lived and resided up there, but he had this as his farm, and so he would put managers down here, and they would work the farm and send reports up to him.
Now the fun's getting back up again.
I'm good here.
It's all good. There's a bedpan. If you need it.
You hadn't got the concept of getting up.
Right, what's out? Okay. Okay, we're recording. I can't can't see anything with this camera anyway, so I'll do little intermittent pictures. Okay, so we're recording on the mini camera there and Sam's camera. Audio going.
Got audio going, and the eddy's still going.
Okay, you're staying steady, Eddie. Right, here we are in the kids' room. Perhaps there's somebody in this room that would like to speak with us. Is there anybody in the house that would like to speak with us? Just come and say hello. We don't mean any harm or disrespect. We're just here today to find out a little bit about you.
Just for the cameras, the dehumidifier is going, so that's what the constant hum is.
Temperature in here is 25 degrees.
That's probably why the dehumidifier is on.
Does that come on automatically?
Yeah, it came on just before.
Are we in your bedroom? Are we keeping you awake? Is it past your bedtime? There's somebody in here. Can you knock on the floor or on the walls like this? Can you repeat after me?
You have a lot of really cool toys in here. We've got lots of toys too. You seen that toy up there by the mirror? It's got EDI on it.
This one here that I'm pointing at.
That's really cool, eh? And next to it, there's a big screen. Do you reckon that maybe you could go up and make a noise next to that for us? If we were really, really quiet for about a minute? It'd be really nice if you could play with our toys as well.
Minor temperature fluctuation going on. Temperature's going up by 0.1.
Going up. Even though it's right next to the dehumidifier. I think it'd be getting cooler, wouldn't you? Because I can feel a breeze. I can feel a cool breeze coming through. Is it cool by you, Aimee?
It is cooler now that it's come back on. Yeah.
Is it blowing out a cold air? Because I'm feeling a cool breeze going on my forehead now.
Cold air that is blowing out.
Yeah. So I'm getting a cool breeze on my forehead. Which is,
Now that temperature fluctuation stopped though. Can you make a noise into the EDI that I'm pointing at again, please? Can you come over and make a noise? Or touch it? It'll make little lights come on.
Can you just tap the table? Maybe just make it.
Yeah. See, little lights can come on.
Yeah. Oh, temperature change. Fluctuation there. Temperature changed when you tapped it. Can you do it again? There it is. It's changing it again.
That's weird.
than that. See, temperature changes when you tap it.
Okay, that is strange.
Are you touching Amy's hand? Where's your hand, Aimee? Is it up by the...
No, my hand was here on the... It was tapping
Okay.
here.
So the temperature shouldn't be going up. Unless it's just coincidence because it's near the dehumidifier that it's just sort of...
Yeah.
going
I
up
wasn't
there.
sure if it was because I was talking. Like it's just that extra little bit of warm breath coming past.
Yeah.
But I wasn't talking all the time when that was going up and down though.
Okay, tell you what we want you to do to help us out here. We're here to find out if you're here or not. So if you can go over to that box, the numbers on it, it's up by Aimee there. It's got some number lights and we'd really like you to touch it. Or just blow into it or whatever you can do. Just do something with that box. You can touch it or
Dehumidifier
anything.
just turned off.
If you do it right now.
That's the dehumidifier.
Yeah, see it's not doing anything now.
But if I tap it,
No.
no.
See, it's not. No temperature change. So it must have been the dehumidifier.
Dehumidifier.
Yeah. Causing a bit of air circulating, I suppose.
Mm.
Is there a noise in the room?
Yeah, it was up in the corner over there.
In this room.
It sounded like it was, yeah.
I thought it sounded like it came in the next room over.
Yeah, well, it was that way.
Well,
Yeah.
for me, it sounded like the room behind me.
Oh, really? No, I
Okay.
sounded opposite me over there.
Oh, inconclusive.
Okay, we think we might be hearing you, but we're not sure. So if you can do whatever you're doing, just do it a bit louder, we may be able to hear you. Let's have some fun. Do some tapping. Can you do this?
Is there anyone here that can offer us any service?
That was weird. Jesus Christ.
What?
That was weird. I was shining the torch over there,
Yeah,
and I was looking at that mannequin,
yeah,
and then I just sort of noticed something just to the side of my peripheral here,
yeah.
and it looked like another mannequin standing right beside me. And
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it was just the shadow on the wall there like that,
Oh,
of the camera tripod. But at the corner of my eye, it looked like another mannequin standing right there.
oh,
It was bizarre. I was like, oh. I don't remember there being a mannequin right beside me, but there wasn't.
no.
I think it's just the other corner of the eye.
Yeah,
I think it was
the
this tripod
shadow.
reflection like that.
yeah.
It's just because I was trying to get over there. There's a slight reflection here. But I was looking at that mannequin. There's a mannequin through that room there that I was looking at. Weird.
Somebody able to help us in this room? Ceiling noise?
Mm-hmm. Little clicks and taps.
That was a huge bump upstairs.
No, sure wasn't this. It was moving the tripod.
Sure, it was that side, wasn't it?
No, I don't think it was.
Oh, it could have been that.
Yeah. Did it just there?
Yeah.
It sounded like something outside.
No, it sounded like a bump upstairs to me. It wasn't a scrape, it was like when someone steps off the steps down onto the floor and it shudders.
We think that Mr. Smiley's definitely got a lean
towards his left naturally anyway, so he may be naturally moving. So we put him up against the eddy
Okay.
for the time being to try and keep him straight. But he's on camera, so we'll be able to see.
Speed it up and see if he did move.
Yep.
You don't really notice these things, they're so subtle until you speed them up. So that's Mr. Smiley down there. There's the camera there. Yep. Okay, recording on both cameras, right. Right, can you come out and have a talk with us, please? We don't mean any harm or disrespect. We just want to have a chat and find out a little bit about you if you're able to talk to us.
Would you like to come and take a seat in one of these chairs and talk to us?
Is that a chair over there by, what's that over there by you, Sam, to your left? Is that a chair over there?
Yeah, that's a comfy chair.
There's a comfy chair over there by the bookshelf there at the back of the room. Can you go and sit by that, please?
Plenty of books here to read if you like, or we can sit here and tell stories.
There's a creak.
It sounded like something knocking tin perhaps coming from out the hallway, maybe in one of those rooms.
Move your head forward slightly, Aimee.
Oh, it's me out there.
That is you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've already looked at them. Yep, that's me. Making a shadow. Did you live in this homestead?
Were you here? Sorry. You got
I was going to say, or is it something special to you is here that's been taken from your house?
Were you here when the homestead caught fire? Can you tell us about that night?
Just in the middle of the before and have a look.
Because
With the sparrow and swallows on the tin.
I don't know how far the noise of the acorns would travel now.
I don't think the acorns fall on this house.
They don't fall in this house, but I don't know how loud they'd be when we hear them from here.
If you're able to, can you tap on something, please? Like that? Just tap 3 times, if you can.
No heat source or anything in that chair, is there at the end?
No.
No.
Aimee, the manager, says that she feels that there's a woman in here when she comes in and she's locking up. Is that you just watching over her and watching over this place? some to it. It's just me moving, guys.
Would you rather that we talk to you somewhere else in the house? Is it more appropriate if we talk to you in the parlour?
Something outside.
I just had a slight smell of like burning-y smoke for a second.
It's too hot to have fires going outside.
Yeah, like it wasn't as strong, it was just a slight, that's why I was, I don't know, picked out on like just sort of here. I don't know. Hopefully nothing's catching fire on my equipment. Oh yeah, no, you'd be alright.
Get around it.
Oh, my spoon's falling. Bloody. Just trying to do a good job.
Number 8 paranormal investigator.
Is that going to pick up the floor? Or put that on
Yep.
the floor?
Yep. Yep, that's fine there. Every time I turn the camera on, Sam is like struggling with a tripod. On every shot, I'm trying to get photos of us doing stuff.
Right.
Perhaps you've got a message that you'd like us to pass on to somebody here. Have you got any family around here? We're more than happy to pass on a message. Something happening outside, I think.
Acorns hit on that barn.
Oh yeah.
Let us know that you're here.
Oops, an alarm. Is that you, Clint?
Sorry guys. Sorry. Do you think you could roll that ball down there towards Sam? If you roll it to him, he might even roll it back. You can throw it at me if you want. So you can make that ball bounce.
No, it's
shadows or anything.
no EVPs or no recordings, no voices or things moving. Oh.
Ooh.
Okay, now I can't see, so I'm going to go to my. Oh, I'll probably set it off again. I'll try not to. Oh, try not to move.
It's not going to hurt you if you touch it. You want me to show you again? Look, it doesn't hurt. I just touch it, it turns the lights on, and I can touch it and it will go off again. Will it get wide enough to pick that up too, or no?
Yep, that's perfect. Actually, perfect height. Awesome. This big white orb, Sam. It's weird. All the lights are going in this big white orb between. You went past the camera. I wasn't recording at the time, but bit odd though.
Orbs.
Orbs, eh?
It's always.
I can't explain
You
that.
might need that for your video, to be honest. You might be gutted. That
I know,
would be
that'd
the most
be-
exciting thing all night.
I can't explain that orb.
There's no dust in here. There's no dust in
You've
this
changed, Mark. You really have.
I just can't understand it. How can this happen? Dust in a place like this. Ooh.
Head down in front.
Let's see. Right, so here we are. Any good movies on? I suppose it wasn't a movie theatre back in the day, was it? It's in this place.
Is there anybody here with us? Would you like to make a sound so that we know that you're here?
Is there anyone out there in the hallway?
A soldier, perhaps?
If you're out there, you need to come into this room here to talk to us. There's like a sound out there.
A scratchy noise.
Yeah. It could be mice or something like that.
Hello?
There's somebody out there.
Just to be clear, are you guys hearing like footsteps on the floor above us?
No. I wasn't. I was just sort of hearing the odd little clicks and
I
the
was
odd
hearing like a
Scratch.
plastic bag sort of sound. You hearing the noise?
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear it?
Almost sounds like it's coming from up, over to my right.
You're right.
What are you saying about that stroke?
I'm a little on the edge at the moment. I'm a little fragile.
It's not obvious.
I'm a little fragile.
You hide it very well.
Is the camera going to be working now? In the dark?
My one will be.
Oh,
Oh, it's just that flashing light keeps changing.
that's weird. It suddenly went dark as well now.
Are you out there making noises? Can you make us a noise again? Because we think we're hearing you.
Hello? Are you upstairs?
I can definitely hear something to the right though. Like up to the right.
Up to the right,
Like-
of my way.
No, directly to my right,
Oh.
but like up. So I don't know if it's upstairs or just up in that raftery. I suppose it could be birds.
Is there somebody walking around out there?
Is anybody here?
The oak trees here.
That was something above, wasn't it? Was that somebody moving?
Yeah, I just heard what I think you guys may have been hearing just up here somewhere.
Yeah, there is something moving above.
Just caught an orb.
Did you? Oh.
Did. The night is saved.
Battery exhausted. Ah, it's got a new battery in it too.
Oh, that's not good. It's plugged into the wall.
Oh, hang on, what's it saying?
Full.
Can't be the battery. It's saying battery's empty, but it's plugged into the wall. Is that power not going, perhaps?
Maybe.
Maybe it's not working.
Oh, check out the hot water bottle.
Shut up.
There we go. All the footage I've got of you so far, Sam, is you sort of looking confused, trying to set up cameras. It's like, oh, I can't figure this out. Okay.
I think we go.
Every time I turn my camera off, I'll get some footage on. Butt crack. There's a clock there. It's not ticking though.
Almost sounded like when you get up and springs, like just making a little.
Dehumidifier here.
Yeah.
If there's anybody here, can you make a noise for us? Can you tap on a floorboard or on a wall like this? Go into the phone box and crank it.
What?
Crank it in there.
With the EMF meter, you mean, eh?
Yeah.
Well,
Rapid temperature change.
it's only doing it with the,
I guess it is a little colder here. So
And there you have it.
there you go. Now I'll just go.
this one, look, when you tap it,
Yeah.
it's the battery.
Yep, Sam's doing it too.
Is it set in the EMF off?
Yep.
Hey?
Set in the EMF off. That's cool.
Yep.
How the old phone boxes work.
electricity. That's good stuff.
Where's that going to be? Use that.
So I'm doing
All the different lens flares and
I'm trying to capture lens flare wherever I can, and this one's very cool. It's like a little green light buzzing around. Put your hand out in front of you, and maybe a little bit lower. Yeah, and I'll just take a look at the land on your hand. That's on your hand now.
Do you want me to turn around a little bit?
Yeah, it's sitting on your hand now. There you go. Oh, cool. And there's more footage of Sam with his tripod.
We're looking for a light switch.
Plug. Probably isn't one down here.
No, there's a 4-point tape here. Hang on, would you like me to hold it? Hang on. Yeah, I can hold the torch.
No,
What are you trying to get in like that?
I want to like kind of. A bit creepy eye. Taking pictures of me with holding my torch in my mouth.
Team in action.
And this is the only action shot of Aimee all night.
Yeah. Heaps of footage of Sam messing around with tripods.
Yeah, he's.
Yeah. And talking enough. We're professionals, we are.
That's how I roll.
Okay. So is there somebody here in this tower with us?
Could be.
Can you hear like a knocking there?
Seems like a lot of acorns all of a sudden. Looks like it's right at the door.
Unless there's like birds or possums knocking them down.
Come down and talk with us.
Did you used to work here? Or did you stay in the accommodation here on the second floor?
Yeah, I heard that.
Do you know who built this tower?
Did you know Mr. Firth? Or his family?
Were you around when the tower caught fire?
Why would there be acorns on the other side of the tower?
Shit.
Okay. Did you know Mr. McCaw? Or Mrs. McCaw?
Okay, that trigger light, I think just went flash. That whole top right screen, so that went flash once.
The trigger light as in the one on top of the stairs?
Were you hitty?
I don't know, just that top right one suddenly just flashed, went white.
On the eddy you're talking about?
No, on the screen.
On the screen?
Top
So-
right. Just like a light sort of went flash. And that's clear down the stairs. But there was no. So where's the flash? Where's the trigger light? Is that?
The trigger light is on the second flight of stairs. It's at the top of these stairs as you go around the corner.
Okay, if you're turning the light on, can you do it again for us, please?
Because I just happened to glance over at the screen there, and that top right suddenly went flash, a white flash. There,
Yeah,
and off.
it did. Something just flashed on and flashed off again. I
Those-
saw it.
But those lights, they stay on for a while. When that motion sensor, it stays on for about 20-30 seconds or whatever, and then it goes off.
It's on for a long time, so we'll past it.
And so why did that go off and on?
Is there someone outside with a torch?
Maybe. I mean, I suppose that could be shining it through a window or. See, just did it again.
Oh, you know what it is? It's my infrared light on this camera. It's running out of batteries. It's turned on
Yeah.
But why would it be coming through the screen?
because it's on this one, right?
Yeah.
So is it shining the wall?
Yeah. Once we've got to do it now, we'll be playing it. So it's a little bit of power that it had. It juiced up because I was watching it.
Because that's the one that we're in, isn't it? Yeah, of course. That's that camera
So
there.
it'll do it in a second. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's because I was thinking the camera for that was upstairs, but it's actually that one there. True. That's right. There you are, walking in front of it. Oh, very good. Very good. I thought we had something there, damn it.